everybody, and welcome back to another Flex episode. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your presenter for Flex. Now today we have Jicky Amunyela on the line up as our interviewee. He is also a personal trainer, so we are talking to people in the wellness industry and fitness industry just so that they can tell us how to navigate through the pandemic. And then we will have the Day 5 video of the Mindful Revolution series or the Mental Health series by Namibia Health Risk Solutions. They fall under NHP. So yes, stay tuned for that. And after the break, we will be speaking to Mr. Amunyela. Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Jeanette Diergaard. With me today is Jicky Amunyela. Jicky, can you please introduce yourself besides your name?
Good morning, Jeanette. Like you said, everybody knows my name now.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased to be on the show with you guys. So I'm basically a student and nurse, personal trainer part-time. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you haven't been in the personal training industry or the fitness industry for very long. How has your experience been for the whole environment so far with your clients and everything?
With the personal training, I just recently started, and I would say it's good. It puts a smile on my face, making people feel good about themselves when they see progress and changes in their body that they really wanted to achieve in all of this.
Yes. And you also work out on your spare time, right?
Yeah.
How long has your wellness journey been?
To this date, I would say I've been working out I started working out in 2019, so that's 3 years.
Okay, cool. No,
And
awesome.
It's been quite,
No, you can continue.
okay, it's been quite interesting, I always
Yeah.
say it's cinematic. I started out I was really chubby, like very, very.
Okay.
And it wasn't always the easiest thing to get into. Like a lot of people can say the same thing, but it's more about consistency and discipline and how bad you want something.
So what would you say is your not your personal experience? How do you feel now than what you felt when you were, as you said, a bit chubbier?
The feeling is unreal. That's the best way I can say it. You look back and you're like, this was me and this is me now, the things I can do now as opposed to back then.
Yeah.
So
No, but that's pretty cool though, and it probably required a lot of dedication from your side. Yeah. Okay.
dedication is one of the most important.
Yeah. No, continue.
Oh, should I continue?
Yes.
Okay, so dedication is one of the most important, but discipline, I would say, is at the top of that list, and as well as, I wouldn't necessarily say passion because that is driven by motivation sometimes, and that can run out.
Yeah.
So it's more of a goal. When you set goals, you have to do things you don't always want to do, but you have to do in order to get where you want to be. So patience is in the mix, and so is creativity, innovation, because in our current situation, there's COVID and gyms are closed. So how are you going to stay fit? How are you going to strive towards your goals? So all of those circumstances, you have to prep and just break them down.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like I'm sure that during your experience, losing weight and everything, did you have those days when you're just a bit down and not really in the mood? How did you deal with those days?
Oof. Like I said, mindset is the most important thing. And even till this day, I still get those days plentiful. What I personally did and still do to this day, when I'm not feeling in the mood, I immediately stop thinking the way I'm thinking. I just stop, or I just decide, okay, let's get ready. It's not it's not up to discussion. We're getting ready. We're on our way. Once you get there, you're still, okay, I'm here. Might as well get the job done. And as you're getting it done, you zone out. You forget that you didn't want to be here. You're in the moment. You're like, okay, one more, one more, one more. At the end of the day, you're like, okay, we got that done.
Oh, that's awesome. And yes, your goals probably changed now since when you were a bit chubby, as you said. What are your goals now? And do you think you have reached your, I would say, destination weight?
No, like for me personally, I don't think I would ever, the mindset that I've built up, I wouldn't necessarily say would ever be, all my goals would be accomplished. Because from the beginning, my first year, for example, my goals were to lose weight.
Yeah.
And the way my body reacted, I lost weight, and so did I lose muscle mass. And after that, I decided, okay, it's time to put on muscle mass, which takes longer than losing weight in my case. So second year, I focused more on the toning and the size, and really looking back, comparing, because I like to record a lot of my progress and content.
Okay.
I could really see the difference and how sticking to a plan really does show major results. But for this year, my goal has been to increase strength and power and all of that, which is still really crazy as opposed to last year. The things I found most difficult last year, or my peaks, are now my regular this year, which is quite surprising and honestly just satisfying.
That's
But
dope.
I feel like I'm nowhere near my goals for this year because I always keep setting the bar higher for myself. That's how I change and grow. The stronger you get, your body reacts by force, so you have no option but to grow. For example, to be more enduring, resilient. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's great stuff. And yes, to end off, what would your fitness or health tip be to the public, considering the times that we are in and that people are also, I mean, we're forced to work out from home now. Is there any last words that you'd like to say?
Yeah, the most important one would be how you talk to yourself, how you think about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and especially your diet. Especially now that everything is closed up, like my clients, I have to work with some of them from home, COVID, and it's really risky. So sometimes I just give them workouts or stick to a diet plan with them. For example, that's usually what keeps them going because I go along their journey with them, but in my own way. So
Okay.
if one needs to lose weight, I'll challenge them and be like, okay, you're eating this, or let's try eating this for a week, and I'll eat this for a week, just so you're motivated and competitive in a friendly way. So watch what you eat, try and at least be active every single day, or at least 4 5 days of the week. Even if it's like a 10-minute run, 50, 10 push-ups, or 100 push-ups, you break it up through the day. I always say consistency beats intensity long term.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay,
watch what you
awesome.
eat, stay active every day.
Thank you so much, Jicky. It was really nice talking to you.
Pleasure,
Maybe
Jenny.
when the country opens up again, then we'll invite you in studio to work out.
Definitely a morning session would be this.
Oh, that sounds great. I can't wait. But thank you again so much,
Okay.
and all the best with your clients and your fitness journey, where you still need to,
It's a pleasure.
improve on yourself.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Bye. So that brings us to the end of today's show. You guys can join every morning at 6:30 a.m. to exercise with me. And yes, we have the interviews Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So next up, we will be talking to Chelsea Shikongo, Miss Namibia 2021. So also stay tuned for that on Friday. And that brings us to the end of this show. We will be watching the NHRS video right after that, and the theme for the whole series is You Are Not Alone. So it's going to help people that's dealing with grief, that has lost someone during the COVID-19 pandemic, to just find better ways to deal with it. So if you are one of those people, then also stay tuned for that and watch as Mark Joseph takes us through today's video. So that is it from me, Jeanette Diergaard, and I will see you guys in the next episode.
Welcome back, friends. Welcome back. Really lovely to see you again. Thank you for joining every single day. Pat yourself on the back for being part of this campaign. It's just 30 minutes of your day, and so such amazing and vital information and practices. It's like what we call an essential service for self. And joining me today is a very special person, Dr. Nelago Amagulu Oyinbo. I hope I got that right. But Doc, really, really happy that you are with us today. Before we get into our little chat, I'd just like to encourage that we take a moment to breathe, that we take a moment just to arrive. Some of us are really, really busy. We're working harder than ever. And Doctor, I know that you are flat out insanely busy at the moment. So I think just to have a breath and just to bring ourselves into the present moment is something essential. And we can do this regularly, not just in this session too. So please join me, your feet firmly on the ground and your back nice and comfortable and straight in your chair. Let's take a moment to breathe in through the nose, breathing in deeply, and saying good morning to our body and nervous system, and then breathing slowly out the nose, feeling that breath of life, and breathing in again. Imagine healing coming into your body, and imagine healing going out into the world. And now breathing into your heart. Let's open the heart for everyone. Take a moment. And we give again on the exhale. Let's just take a moment to identify what it is today that we are grateful for. I know it's not easy to find something to be grateful for when all around is dark clouds, problem, threats, fear. but we can always find something right. Always find something. Let us blink our eyes open. And lovely to see everyone. I would love to hear from you in the Q&A. I know I've been encouraging you to engage, but pop in the Q&A. What is it that you're grateful for? Let's share a moment of gratitude and express what we are grateful for today. Dr. Nelago, what are you grateful for today? Welcome.
I'm grateful to be alive. I work in a hospital at this devastating time where people go just like that. And to recover myself, having gotten COVID and recovered and be active and back at work, doing what I do, life becomes precious. Being able to say thank you for the air that I breathe, that my lungs are good post-COVID. There are no ill effects afterwards. And I'm grateful for that. A lot of people are not. Every breath is precious, and it's a fight for those that are suffering from this devastating disease. So I'm truly thankful. It's brought air, oxygen into perspective. It's supposed to be free, but these days it isn't, you know. So I'm grateful for that, really. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of background, friends. Dr. Nelago is the superintendent at Katutura State Hospital, and she's an obstetrician and a gynecologist, and now is the superintendent of the hospital. So she's got quite a powerful role. I'm just having a look at the chat. Wendy is saying, I'm grateful for my job, my family, and my health. And Anonymous is saying, I'm grateful for every breath I have. And there we go, Doctor. You know, the breath, how we just take it for granted. And when your breath is compromised, then we know, oh my gosh, you know, we can survive 3 days. We can survive 3 weeks without food. We can survive 3 days without water, but we can't survive 3 minutes without breath. Wendy saying, grateful for friends. Anonymous, I'm grateful for my son's health. Wonderful. Grateful for the gift of family, children, health, and a job. There's another 2 comments coming through. Dafa and Susan says, I'm grateful for life and my family. Where's this other comment? Dafa says, I'm grateful for healing and for family. Family is a big one to be grateful for, right? Maureen, I'm grateful to be alive and healthy, to still have a family that alive, that care. So important. Family, friends, gratitude all around, and it's lovely to express gratitude today. Dr. Nelago, you know, you are a frontline worker. You are brave. You've contracted the virus yourself. You've recovered. You know, you put your life on the line for other people every single day. You are a hero, and you are a frontline worker. And you are in a leadership position in this chaotic pandemic. Please just tell us a little bit about what it's like to be in the environment that you are in.
It's hard. We soldier on. I think as a country, I don't think we really expected to have this third wave be as devastating as it has been and is at present. The first 2 waves were relatively mild. We had almost no admissions to hospitals. ICUs were like 1 bed, you know, 1 patient, 2 patients. And the third wave came with the variants that are going around. And it was loads of patients at a time, with literally an overnight demand on available health resources, that is nurses, doctors, beds, available beds in hospitals. And that really happened practically overnight. I work in a public facility, a state facility, where when beds are fully used up, especially in the private sector, the only road, especially for commerce, Windhoek, is well, all roads lead to Katutura, as they're saying these days. And we don't have the luxury of turning people away. We can't tell people, sorry, we don't have a bed. We have to make a plan. And we've been converting wards into COVID units to be able to accommodate more and more patients. And even the stress of the availability of oxygen in terms of bulk oxygen that is able to come in country, and it's primarily coming from South Africa that is hard hit with this current third wave as well. It's really been stressful because sometimes what is available from the suppliers is simply just not enough to meet the demand that is there. You're getting in our casualties, our emergency unit, from 45 to 50 patients who are desaturating into their 50s, 60s in desperate need of oxygen. And you are waiting on suppliers to bring you cylinders of oxygen. So that's been stressful, mentally, psychologically, physically draining on the healthcare workers on the ground. And for me, I think especially as a hospital administrator, because everyone looks to you to provide what is required. And in this crisis, you've not always been able to do so because you're dependent on what is available in country. But I've been so grateful for the tremendous assistance and donations that have come in from Namibians, you know, the corporate Namibia, with oxygen donations, truckloads that are coming in weekly of bulk oxygen that is being provided to public facilities. The Namibia Chamber of Commerce and Industry and partners, I don't know what to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because that is great relief to a lot of people that otherwise there was just no hope, you know. So I'm truly grateful for that. The amazing men and women, individual groups, corporates, ShopRite, they're cooking meals for our frontline workers. And that is amazing psychotherapy for the workers. Just knowing that people out there care about you, they love you, and they're finding in their myriad little ways, how can they step in to make this load lighter for you? So they've been bringing meals at night, great soups, refreshments, energy drinks, and the staff on the ground are so appreciative. We've had a great company that has come in through the collaboration of doctors on the ground that are bringing food hampers, like literally grocery hampers for our nurses, and they've made a commitment to do this going forward as long as this pandemic is here. And I'm talking a full grocery household package, you know, oil, tinned goods, omahangu, rice, everything that would enable a frontline worker, especially the nurses, to rest easy while at work, knowing that there's food at home, and they don't have that time. They're working 12-hour shifts. So you can imagine a shift that starts at 7, ends at 7 p.m. There isn't time to go shopping. On your one day off, it's time to rest and regroup. So truly, that assistance and holding hands with us in these ways has been brilliant psychotherapy for us. It has given us that extra oomph to try harder, to do better, to the best of our abilities for the patients that are coming to us. Because we know we're not in this alone, and we have been getting sick, and we're out of work for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and sometimes even not fully recovered. We have to be back at work because we're so desperately needed at this time. So it has helped a lot knowing that there are people out there who appreciate what we do, the sacrifices we're making, not only in terms of our personal lives, being exposed to patients that are COVID positive day in and day out, but the possibility and the risks of potentially taking this home to family and children. That takes a great mental toll on one's mental health and psyche. But we carry on. We soldier on, and surely we shall overcome. So this storm shall pass. It has to pass, as all storms do, though there's been great devastation that will be left in its wake. So, but we're thankful.